Hello, everybody. I am here, and I am doing okay. I believe I can say I'm doing okay. Actually, let me before I just keep yapping on, let me double check music. It's gonna be good. Ooh, I don't know if I want. Oh, dog is such a good song. Trying to remove all the songs that aren't as good, real quickly. Oh, dog is so nice. Actually, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna reset dog because I really like it. Let's start that over. Love this song. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna switch over to the main view because we're gonna actually do something. Uh, I guess what I want to do is. What am I gonna do? I want to make doors work, and then once the doors are working, I want to figure out what I'm gonna do for the computer task, which is basically the best example, the FNAF extra mini game stuff, like basically the extra stuff you do to find out more stuff. Uh, and so I want to know how I want to figure out that stuff. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Right. Distracted. Fidgeting with something. Okay. Let's see. We have the office. We have VR. We have the desk. We have the button. Yeah, we have the screen, which I don't actually. Oh wait, did that move all the cameras below? No, the cameras are all in the same spot. Okay. Because I moved the actual screen itself. Can I take the canvas? Actually, no, I'll just leave it there. We got spotlights to fill the room. Test enemy logic. I'm gonna delete that for now. And then we got, what is this guy here for? This guy I don't think is connected to anything. Camera system. Yeah. So we got this guy all set up in the last one. Man, looking at this and how it actually looks like it's correct is so nice. Uh okay. Gotta save that. I need the enemy scripts again. What was, because these guys had a what's it called? Enum? Because what I want to do is for the button, I have base, there's camera button. I need also in here folder door button. Door button. This is gonna need a folder scripts. Make that red. It will probably need a scene as well, but right now we need to. Let me open up the base button and then let me create new script door buttons. Door button. Actually, should it be door base door button? Cause I guess that one was camera button base. I guess let me rename this one. Door button base. And then that one needs to extend VR button. And then this one's gonna be class name class name, door button. Alright. What? Okay, so it has the area, it has the mesh, that's all normal. Toggle button, okay. What I want to do is, let me set up a test one, door button. And then let me put this script onto there, which, if I did that, self toggle is on, yeah. Okay. I think that is good. I think what I need is, I also need, I could, door vent. I guess I could just, put that, maybe I should make something that these guys reference. Buttons. Global use, maybe? Like a script. Because it would be nice to get everybody to reference this. Create script. Enums. Do I want to do it script enums? Or I'm trying to see. Because I want it. Because I'm trying to think if I can make this script multi-purpose besides just housing the enums. I guess what I could do instead is I could put the possible door enum into office info. Oh, I messed something up. Wait, what was making this not work? What was not working here? Why wasn't that working? Or was it just upset on start time? I think it was upset when I was trying to start it. Like if I run the scene, I know it's gonna complain about not having a VR headset connected. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, wait. That's about VR, is it? Timer was not added to scene. Interesting. It's probably something to do with this. Yeah, no, that's a problem. Okay. Start vent close. Interesting. I feel like I need to make this smarter. Let me rehide all of this shit. Oh wait, no, this stuff needs to open. Huh. Cause where else is this script called? I know it's called in enemy behavior. Door close. Yeah. Maybe I should also pull up documentation on enums as a. I'll get it prepared for me to look up more information about enums because I think I want to put the office info in here. I think I want something like enum what was I calling it in the base enemy? Possible doors. I guess I could do all doors. which is, what did I make? All doors, actually, let me just copy this. All doors, uh, set enums for doors. Do. And then I could do, since this is a global script in base enemy, instead of doing this, could I do like, what do I call it? Office info? Global's office info. Yeah, could I do something like office info dot all door? Is that something I can do? Could I do doors actually? And then that one gets upset. I put the S in and it's fixed. Okay, let me clear all this debug message. So instead of having this in here, I could have it in the base in the office, so that way I can reference it everywhere. How does that look? Let me add child 3D node enemy looks. Just so that way I can put this on here and then look. Because I can choose between door and vent. How do I get these to have their own? Well, I guess in here, it's still the same idea right now. What I would like to do is make it so that instead of having to do this, I want it so that it automatically does the correct door and vent. Could I use some form of dictionary? That's a train horn. What I need to do is I need to make it so that instead of having vent close and doors close, I have it so that these are variables that are retained per enum. Can I make the inputs in here? Can I make that something else? Can I make these into something? Like if I put this underneath here, could I make one of these like door closed? Or is that just what it actually becomes called? Why is base enemy not updating to be, because it uses office all doors? Interesting. Why is that not updating then? Base enemy, export variable enemy door to office all doors, so it's door and vent. But I changed this one. Hmm. If I re-put it on there, does it do it? Office door. Ooh. Okay, so that reset it. If I do door, save that one. Huh. It only seems to update when I do something here. Oh, I see. It if I were to change this to be closed, if I did that, it wouldn't change. But if I went here and then hit save, okay, never mind. There. I just have to update this script for this to update. Door. There. Okay. Set enums for door, door 0 or fent 1. Do. So how would I create? Okay. Because I can't. Hmm. Actually, how would I do that? Project. Actually, one thing I want to know, is there a way I can, like, if I had an export variable in a global script, is there a way for me to, I'm able to pull it up, project settings. Oh, I can have global groups. That actually would be great. It doesn't seem there's a way for me to, like, choose the export variable there, which is strange. To do how to edit export variables of global. Let me see if there's a way. Tab, add your script, give the script itself like global settings, active. Okay, let me open up these singleton autoloaders. Let me go to the stable version of documentation. Okay, the script will be attached to it. Node will be added to the root viewpoint. No effects here, however. Singleton is a C script retrieve static property. What? The enable. Oh, that's the enable column is this. That's what it's referring to. Although objects have access to just any node in the scene tree. In fact, if you look at the running scene tree here, must not be removed using free runtime or the engine will crash. Custom scene switcher. Ooh, I should probably look into doing static variables for stuff. That would be cool. I mean, I don't like having stuff be. I like having stuff be flexible, but that also doesn't seem like a bad thing. I'm not seeing the answer I want in this in the documentation here. Do exporting properties can also be done in other languages. Depending on the language, export properties. Okay, basic use. Blah blah blah. Grouping exports. Export group. This group you export properties inside the expector. Every export property after this export add to a group. Ooh, I like the look of that actually. Wait, cause if I did, actually it's probably better for something like the base button, or if I like look at the door button. If I did, export group. What? What is it? Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Button colors. Ooh, I love that. So what I could do is also group button colors, export category, test. Oh, that's the other type of thing I could do. Do I like category or do I like buttons better? I think. How do I actually like this? Actually, I think what I like is instead of for categories, I think I like. Is there a way to put other export group, export subgroup? Subgroup. And then, ooh, okay. So that's how I would do it inside of a group, I'm assuming. Yeah. I Groups cannot be nested using export subgroup to create subgroups within a group. Oh, I'm reading it weirdly. Strings as paths. Oh, I see. There's different files. Line export range. That one I already knew about. Adding suffixes. Handling. Suffix can be defined as making more self-explanatory in the inspector. Config meters M. Oh, I see. I see. So for like, what is it? This camera rotation, this, I could set it to be like degrees. I'm assuming that's what it would mean. This platform automatically conversion of variable is displayed and modified in inspector. Display a degree suffix. Approaches is use own rotation properties. Okay. Well, this was 180 something, wasn't it? Negative 180. That was right? Something like that. Yeah. So what I could do is I could go to this camera system script. Then I could export range like, oh, I would have to do the step. I'll do 0.01, and then I can do suffix, then I can do the degree symbol. Ooh, wait. Oh, that's awesome, actually. Oh, I probably could also do something like negative left. If I did something like that. Oh, and then that would let me know that, ooh. Wait, could I also... Floats are easing at ease. Presentation of ease function. Color, export color. As regular value. No alpha color. Okay. Nodes, since nodes are directly exported as properties in the script. I'm going to use node paths. Oh yeah, that's what I did. That's why I figured out that's why I figured out here, because I need the holder one I could use. I'm just kind of reading through it now. Resources exporting bit flags. I don't know what flags are. Oh, exporting enums. Interesting. I'm just looking at all the export tools, but I'm not seeing where I find the export tool, where I would find the export tools of global. Oh, okay. Because I'm still not seeing what I'm actually gonna be looking for. Deploy with remote bug, small deploy file, vision clip. doc. Editor settings. Ooh. Ooh, I just don't know how I. What is that? Oh yeah, that's right. I wanna see what I can do if I do that. Why is this here? What is this supposed to be? Ooh. No, to selected center. Sub resource. Oh. I want to know how I would pull up. Hmm. Oh. How to edit export variable of global. Write script to check the player done a certain thing. Maybe you need to export string. What is this document? This is 4.22. What does this mean? I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Access variables from autoloaders. I did instead. Okay. I can't see the solution online for this. I was just trying to figure out if there was a way where I could export, like, see the export of this global class so that way I could edit it in the future. So that way I could add more doors or something without having to go into the code to add more doors. But if I have to go into the code to add more doors, I guess I have to go into the code to add more doors. Oh, damn it. I might give this one a class name. How do we spell office? Set enums door. Because I can't run a I guess can I on ready function ready variable for doors in doors, for doors in all doors, variable new variable door ooh. Door closed. How to make variable name. How to make variable name change. Sex of player scene, change the value of the place. But I don't seem to. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I can't. Dude, I guess I could make it so it for doors in all doors. I think I need a dictionary and array. Variable all All doors. All doors value. Dictionary. Oh, hello. Oh god, I need to turn down those noises. I get scared every time I hear Twitch notifications. I should change that now. I actually have completely forgotten. Welcome in, by the way. I've completely forgotten how I change anything with Twitch. Where is the alerts? Right there. Let me take care of. Let me turn that down. But yeah, welcome in. Okay, where I should actually probably also change I should change the sound what sound they actually make to be something nicer. How do I turn that volume? It's already at 30%. I'm gonna turn it down to 10. Save. And then the other one is the raid. Which I'm gonna turn down to 10 as well. Save changes. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Okay. Fix that. Now they won't be as loud. Hello, welcome in. Those noises scare me every time. Currently I'm trying to figure out a way to make it so I can do doors more effectively and then having 3 variables each time. And I think the way I'm gonna go about that is having a enum of all the doors it can be, and then having the booleans enclosed within within the dictionary, and then the enum is used as the key to the array of bools. So yeah. Let's see. For doors and all doors, I guess I could also use with looking up the dictionary Godot documentation. Dictionary. Get rad. Trying to see what is the best thing for all these. Okay. So I want to get the dictionary for all doors, for doors in all doors. I want to do get or add. Get a variable and ensures the key is set if key exists. In the dictionary, we have like get. Why is the default value is instead into dictionary? Interesting. Is this actually a good way of doing this? For, I need. I need to get the dictionary. I need to get all doors, all door values dot assign. No, that just adds the dictionary to it. Assigns elements of another dictionary to dictionary, resize the dictionary to mesh Performs type conversions if dictionary is type. Find keynote. It's leading. Get corresponding given to key dictionary. Do follow a parameter. Add. Otherwise, the default value since. That's all. Hash is empty. Read only. Same type. Merged equals set. Oh, set. That's probably it. How did I keep looking over set? Yeah, I want to set. Oh, notification stop. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. All doors value set. And then it's keys and then value. So for key, I want doors. Actually, for door in there, set door. Value. Value is a variable new array. How would I do this? Closed bool. Is it array with a capital? Array. Just equal to what is it? Closed boolean. How do arrays work again? I've completely forgotten apparently. Array. How do I? It's equal to first. Do. I guess instead of doing that, I could just do true or false. I guess I could do false. False. Door. New array. Oh, I didn't put one there. There we go. Alright. Because that is. Yeah. Print door. If I run this, does this give me any problems? It's gonna be upset because I don't have the headset connected. Door vent. So it gives the name. all doors value. Actually, what I could do is outside of the for loop, I print all doors value. How does that work? It's gonna be upset because there's no headset attached. Door is equal to false, false, false. Alright, and then if I want to get it, if I want to get the value, if I do dot get 0, well, I guess it would be well, let me, for testing purposes, let me do variable chosen door. Chosen door is a all doors equal to door. The door, would that work? No. 0. Yeah. Chosen door. Reset that. Yes. Return null. Okay. Interesting. Could I get 0? Or I guess... Well, okay, here's the strange thing. This one gives a number, but inside of it, it gives a string. Print all doors value dot get chosen door. Chosen door. Yeah, that returns null. Print chosen door. What does chosen door print as? The chosen door prints a 0, which is interesting. I guess let me look up enums. Enums. Who? You can try to type your dictionary to see if Godot helps you to figure out. Try using dictionary all doors array instead of just dictionary. Like in here. All doors array. Try to type your dictionary to see if Godot helps you figure out. Also, thank you for stopping in and giving the suggestion. Just dictionary. Let me see. See if now.get it says what you need to ask for. Oh, let's see. Interesting. It seems that it didn't. It seems that doing this doesn't actually set. I guess it's in here. Attempt to set variable type string into key integer. That's strange. So I guess it's probably the thing of in here it's recognizing when it does the for loop, it's recognizing this as the string name and not the actual integer that it's recognized when it's actually chosen elsewhere. which is interesting. Because that's what I'm seeing here. It's like when it creates this using the for loop to get all the different values in all doors, it does it by its string. But then when it tries to use this, it uses an integer. And then also when I set it to have to be one of the doors, it sets it to an integer. Hmm. So how would I get it to not do that? Try to do door values or get even. Dot door. Not there. Where in the prints? All doors. Door value. All doors dot door. You mean like in there? Yeah. Let's see if that gets me anything else. Yeah, I do not have a VR headset. Okay, that's upset. Out of bounds, get index 0. Okay. Yeah, it seems that with doing it this way, it requires an integer. Do, do, do. What I think would be the best thing is if instead of, because I think it's the problem really is with this for loop. What I need is that instead of getting the names, it gets the integer for these guys. I think would be the best way to solve this. Because, I mean, such a weird behavior. Yeah. It really is just here, it's getting the names of the stuff, where here and here it gets integers. And then also, chosen door, I believe, is an integer when it prints. Yeah, because when I was doing chosen door, it was also printing the integer for them. It really is just for the for loop where it doesn't do integers, which is what I need to change. So the question is, how do I get the integer of door? I guess what I would do is instead of door, how do I make it so that the for loop just does a number and then does a higher number for the next time it loops? I have not looked at the for loop documentation in a minute. Because I don't remember. I mean, I am pretty new to this. I mean, I learned stuff just recently. For example, hmm, yeah, I don't know if there's a way for me to. Is there a way I can turn this, convert these into integers? I guess what I could do, hmm, enum, gitu. Virus, Raiders. How do I find? I need to. Okay, where is enum documentation? Seems like you shouldn't be doing for loops and instead manually setting each value by hand. But I don't want to. Oh wait, no, I can't open up links from that side. You want a new window? Do enums same as constant. Do key is in a named enum. It's not registered as a global consonant. It's a prefix. Dot key. Okay. 5. Jump keys values. Keys values. Interesting. AB print return. Oh, that's all that there is for enums. Yeah. I should be okay. Trying to comprehend. Because it's the thing of I want it so that I'm trying to make it so that this script is versatile. So that way if I add more doors, I don't have to manually enter in all of this like I was doing it before. I'm trying to cut down on all that. Ready, print state, yeah. So enums, the state prints. 5 keys. So values give that. Assigning value key and enum assign the previous value plus 1 or 0 if it's the first. Well, could I, if it's setting the values automatically with how I have it, could I do /values? Which would then change this one to be integers? I mean that, or I can set these ones to be strings. Because here I could set it to be door, and then that would print. Can't I do that? Enum values must be integers? Never mind. I'm gonna not do that. Because this would set it 0 and then 1. And then if I did values, then doors would be 0 and then 1 and be integers instead. Enums aren't looking comfy to use. In what sense of comfy do you mean? Because that just worked with how I was using values instead. Or at least it did, because yeah, I mean that it's saving these to the dictionary, and then I can get it in the dictionary, and then I should be able to modify that if I open up the right documentation. Cause I can modify it, right? I can set it. That's what I could do. But then I have to set the entire array, don't I? Hmm. Interesting. I'm trying to think. Because if I do it so to where it sets the values in the dictionary, then I have to set the entire array. Hmm. Because what I would do, because I want the enums so that way I can reference the enums in different scripts. It really is just I'm trying to make it so I don't have to write this, which means I need to store all three of these booleans per dictionary. This is storing them in an array, but that means if I want to change one of these, I have to update the entire array potentially. I guess what I could do instead is instead of having the key. I could make it so that the key is. I can make it so that it is a string of. Do, do. I can make it set to the string of 0. And what I could do is I can also make it so it's like closed plus. So this would make it closed. Let me try running to see how that would work. If that does work how I think it's gonna. Oh, it's gonna be upset because I don't have the headset connected. Okay, so that didn't make jack shit. Oh, it's because I have it so that it does this instead of a string. Let me do string. If I could type. Closed 0, closed 1. Uh, Instead of doing chosen door, I would do. This runs into its own complicated problems of having to do closed plus. Because now that's printing an array, but instead I would probably want to print I would probably want it to be a boolean. I don't need a new array. On start, set them all to false. I'd want something like this for closed, blocked, and closed, blocked, and views loan. Then if I did that, keeps being upset because of no headset. So closed, blocked, views blown, closed, blocked, views blown for different numbers. And then if I reference them, I want to get this, or I'd have to set. Ooh. Okay. Is this a. Because I just want to make it so that when I change the amount of doors I have, it doesn't break itself because I need to add more doors. This currently doesn't break itself, but when I do. But I have to type this extended convoluted guy. I guess what I could do is different function, like a function of uh, close door toggle, input a integer of a string. No, I need to input the integer. I need to input the integer, which is going to be door integer, and then from there I would have a all doors value get closed. Which returned false, and then I'd want it to be variable current is equal to then I'd want all doors value set closed current toggle, and I just want to infer stat. Then let me print closed. And then let me just run. Oh, I think I copied over not enough of those. And then let me just run close door toggle on 0. And let me just run that a couple times to see if it actually is toggling on and off. It's going to be upset because there's no FR connected. And it does toggle on and off. So that toggles it, and then I can input whichever door it's supposed to be. And then I could do something very similar. I guess I could do close toggle, just kind of make this easier to write. Yeah, because chosen door is one of the enums, so it gives the value yes. So I have closed door toggle, which this technically is a void because it doesn't return anything. Ooh. Well, thank you for the follow. Nice have you in, and thank you for telling me to do this. This is something I should probably look into doing with more of my dictionaries. I just know that, what was it? The dictionary I was messing with earlier was giving me a pain with that, but I should definitely look more into something like this. Dictionary typing is a new feature for 4.4. Well, that's nice to know. I'm happy I updated in the last months then. I mean, the main reason why I updated to 4.4 was because of the XR like action map. Like I know that there was something about the action map that was different in 4.2, which is the version I was using like a couple months ago. I know something changed with the XR map, and since I am working on something in VR, I wanted to, I, I wanted to use the most recent documentation of it, especially since it looked like it was better in the recent documentation. And it's getting, and it's like actually being worked on instead of just something in the background. Where am I looking now? I need to make more of these functions. Function, uh, lock, toggle, door, which is an integer. That's going to be void, and then it's going to be basically the same thing as here, except instead of closed, it is blocked. And then one more time, we're going to do function, fuse loan toggle door integer void, do this. Doors instead of blocked, it's for fuse blown. Now I'm making everything upset. There we go. Perfect. So now I have it that no matter how many doors I have put in here, it will create a closed, a blocked, and a fuse function for all of them and store it into this dictionary. And then since this is my global script, all of these can be referenced in all of the enemies and in the button scripts, which is perfect. Which means I no longer need all 6 of these because all of those are now stored into here. And this chosen door was just for testing purposes. Oh, these should not be chosen door. These should be a door for the input here. Yeah. Current toggle is equal to the door, and then it switches to toggle. And this just means that I don't have to write get value and set value every time I want to change it. Okay. Now with that all updated, I'm going to have to go back into here because this one's probably going to be upset. It's going to be upset at some point about me changing this because I know this no longer exists. It's probably just taking a while to get angry. What is this? Use parameters? I don't. That's a later issue. What? Why is this guy not complaining actually? It should be complaining about. Because this does not exist anymore. Project settings, global. Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore, guy. Then I'm gonna have to rework a lot of this actually. Let's see. What do I want to do? Fuse blown, void, current toggle, blah blah blah. I should probably set it so I know what these values are. Closed, blocked, phone, do for all doors, create closed, locked, and fuse blown in dictionary. All right. To toggle door close. Yeah. Toggle door closed. Variable close toggle. Yeah. Locked. Toggle doors fuse. To be blown. Yeah. And then I am able to call all of these into other functions. Because I think the main thing I would do, yeah. Because this one, if I look here, I can change the doors. At door entered, just attempted. At door, okay. Movement attempt. Attempt enter at door. Variable boolean. Variable door closed is equal to office. Oh, I guess I need I also need to be able to read it, not just toggle it. And I think it would be better to let me see. I know what was the way I was able to I know that there is a way for me to make a group out of something, and I don't remember where I used that to compare. Because I haven't actually done that in a while. I think I used it in the control map. Yeah, region. That's what it is. I need to do a region. Region. Toggles. And then down here I do end region. That maybe I should have actually looked at what the thing was before closing it. End region. That's it. I just capitalized it. That's the problem. So region toggles. Tag region. Gotta stop capitalizing it. Region. Checks. So it's gonna be very similar to the toggles. And I have a feeling a lot of this is gonna get deleted. Region checks function. Do close check. Close check is going to require door integer, and this one is actually going to return a boolean. return all doors. Yeah, that. Return all doors value get. Because I just don't want to have to type this out over and over again. And then I basically just need the same thing for function. I forgot what to call it. Blocked. Blocked toggle. No, not toggle, check. Block check for door integer yep. And then it's going to return this, but instead of closed, it's going to be blocked. Oh, I capitalized door on accident. Whoops. Okay. Then it's just the same thing again. I keep seeing like something move on the second screen and I don't know what it is. Like it keeps looking like a new chat message appears, but I'm not seeing a new chat message appear. Oh, it's fine. Block checked. This is gonna be fuse blown check. Door bool all doors. This is gonna be fuse blown. There. And then region end. Checks toggles. Perfect. Now in enemy I can do door closed boolean. I can set this to be office info close toggle. Close toggle door integer is what's it called? Enemy store. Okay. Oh, not toggle, it's check. Close door is equal to check. If door closes true, retreat. Else, if difficulty versus random is true, entered is equal to true. If at door retreat, if difficulty versus random is equal to true, entered. If I guess what I do is I do blocked toggle and then door again instead of all of this. Office info dot blocked toggle door is enemy's door. Okay. Else await the tree timer at door is true. Okay, on move, push warning, move is not set up. Push warning, move is not set up. Difficulty versus random. That's all okay. Is there any other case of office info in this script? Check close, block toggle. Just one more apparently. Oh, all doors. So yeah, that's fine. That means the base enemy is fixed. I probably should double check movement enemy and progression enemy. Go find office Oh, does it? Does this one not check the office? I don't think this one checks the office. This one. I'm not seeing anything for the office in these. So I think that's fine. Let me double check that this makes sense. Because these now check the correct door if it's blocked. They can set it to be blocked. They can set it to. They can check if it's closed. All of this was the correct logic beforehand. I don't reference the office code in later pieces. So I believe the enemy toggle, the enemy is now correct. And now I can actually work on what I intended to work on, which is the buttons, because now I can actually work on the buttons. So what I do is class store button. I need to export door, which is going to be a office info. I'm gonna close the find. Oh, I need to set it a variable. Variable door office info dot what did I call that thing? I called it all doors. All doors. Under global. What did I spell? There's no way. What? Cannot be found under base global office info. Wait, I did spell it wrong. Oh, it's lowercase a. Boop. And then this door button, VR button. Oh yeah, I was also messing with the layout of all this. So I'll mess with that layout a little bit more later on. Okay, door button. Export variable door office info. Door, all doors. Then that allows me to choose the door. Okay. Boom. And then I'm able to. There's button. It's button active and then button deactive. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah. So I basically need these. Function. But I'm gonna copy it so that way I don't get it wrong. Function button active, and I don't know if I needed to actually interact with that. Did I use that at all in? I don't think I use it in button active, if I'm being honest, because I don't use it in button deactive. I'm gonna remove it from now. Oh, and I gotta remove it from here. And then here. And then I need to so now a little bit. If I need to go to camera buttons. And then I need to fix this because it doesn't need that. Okay. On button active, I want to do super dot button active Then here I want to do super dot button. Ooh. But I there we go. What? It keeps disappearing. Super dot underscore button deactive. There we go. When button is active, button active, I want to I did it so I can toggle these, but I don't. Ooh, I'm trying to think about that now because if I just have the toggle, do I want to write a whole nother 3 functions where I can set it? Possibly. I should also label these ones checks boolean state of closed check state of blocked for door checked boolean state of fuse blown for door. Because do I want to make a whole nother one of these that is just 2 set ones to set them? Because I feel like that would be useful. Basically do this, but instead of just having door, I also add in a boolean, and then instead of doing the current toggle, I just set it to a certain one. Yeah. So I kind of want the same thing again, but this time instead of it toggles, I do set close set block set fuse blown set, and then for all of these, instead of being toggle, I do set door close, set door to be blocked, set door fuse to be blown. I no longer need to check it in this instance, but they all do need to be added in a set, which is a boolean. All of these current toggle gets set to set. Actually, bool set, because set is apparently something already. Bool set. Actually, I should copy it from the comma. And then I do bool set pig step. Yeah, I love having the Minecraft soundtrack. Just I mean, it's probably because I set up the soundtrack so because most of the time I was playing Minecraft, but I don't like for stream how Minecraft only occasionally plays the music, and I like constantly having the music in the background. especially since a lot of the times I will just go quiet. So it's really helpful to actually just have sound. So I set it up for Minecraft, so I use the Minecraft soundtrack, especially since the Minecraft music isn't going to get me in trouble, unlike other songs that I wish I could play. What I need to do is I need to find more game soundtracks to work in here because I only listen to Minecraft soundtracks. What I need to do is I need to set up uh, more profiles for music in here. But that would take some time. Maybe I'll do it when I get a new SSD so that way I can start running Linux. So I think that's the main thing. I like once I start running Linux, I'm gonna work a lot more on just making my computer feel much better. Because Windows, I just am getting so annoyed by running Windows. I mean, my microphone was very quiet for a long time there, and it was just because Windows decided to set my microphone to like 19%, I think it was. Like, I did not do that. Windows was just automatically set my microphone to 19%. Do, 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 do. And the only reason why I want to get another SSD and dual boot. The only reason why I want a dual boot is just for like because I think being able to run Windows is good. I just don't want to use that as my main operating system, especially since like what's it called? I mean, Marvel Rivals is like the only game that I've really enjoyed that has anti-cheat systems that make it don't work on Linux. So that is the main reason why. But then again, I also haven't played Marvel Rivals in over months or so. I really should play it some more. I know the new season just started. I've been doing like 15 other things. Like I still need to clean my room and I'm working on this project and I also have a full-time job. Well, full-time quote unquote like 25 to 35 hours most weeks. But that's also considered full-time for the job I work and it also pays me as much as the last job where I was working 40 hours plus. So, well, it pays me as much. It pays me more per hour, but since I have less hours than the last place I was working, it averages out to be the same. I did finish this, right? Yeah. All of this is correct. So now I can use this in the button. Because if the button activates, I want it to set its thing. Do do do. So I want it to set button. No, I need to do office info dot underscore close toggle. No, close set. Door is gonna be door, and then boolean set is gonna be if it's active, it's gonna be true. And then it's basically the same thing underneath here, but instead of true, it's false. Do do do. And then what I also need to do is function check door which means I need to get office info dot underscore close check door. That should also probably be a what I should do is I should have it check itself. Because I'm realizing if I just have it so that it sets it to one of these, I should probably. Yeah, let me also do variable door state. Door closed. Boolean. Door closed is equal to true. Door closed is equal to false. And then check door, it checks. This should probably be a variable checked. Variable checked. If door closed does not, this is does not equal, wait, that's does not equal checked, right? How do I do doesn't equal? Oh, it's the exclamation. There we go. Pass, so it stops pushing it, stops yelling at me. If door closed is not equal checked. If door closed is not equal checked. Ba 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 ba. Trying to think, if it doesn't equal checked, then I need it to make it equal checked. If door closed does not equal checked, if checked, if checked, which is true, if checked is true, which means that it is closed, right? Yeah, because if it's closed is true. So if checked, which is true, which means it's closed, which means door should be active, button should be active. Else, this is just in case the door, the office info and this guy ever get desynced. Else button deactivate. Button activate. This one I also need to do if office info dot fuse blown checked for door. If fuse blown for door is equal to true, all of this happens. Actually, I could do that, right? Because I don't want it to yeah. Space button, deactivate. Activate. Else I don't know what I'd have else as. I'm sure once I add sounds and actual animations to this, I could use an else function, but right now I don't have anything I could put here. Except, I guess maybe push warning. Push warning. Button tried activating. Oh, let me. Boo. Let me actually do this. Button. String. Button. Button for. I guess. How do I do this? Tried activating when active. When fuse blown. Button tried activating when fuse blown. Actually, I guess I could print that. Because that's not an error, that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to do nothing. When button is deactivated. I guess I really shouldn't do anything because if the fuse is blown, it's supposed to do. I guess I could also do in here function check fuse. I feel like I should set this in here. Check fuse variable checked is a boolean which is equal to office info dot underscore check fuse or fuse checked, fuse blown check. Door is door. If checked, which means the fuse is blown. If checked, I guess I actually don't want to do this because it should already happen because the office info should automatically set close to false and not allow it to, and then the button doesn't allow it to be turned back on when it's okay. So actually I don't really need that in here because it should, because the check door is already doing it, because the check door is a backup in case it gets desynced, and the desyncing happens when the fuse is blown. The fuse being blown should automatically update this. Yes. Oh, it's Wednesday, I forgot. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't wait to end stream and go watch my show. I forgot that it was Wednesday. Let's see. Clicked into a different tab, tried saving a URL or something. So now the door button should theoretically work. It works in the sense that the button should toggle the door on and off. But I also don't have a door to see. And then I can also set which door it is, right? Yeah. And then it has the button, it has the mesh, it has its self toggle. No, it's a toggleable button because it doesn't require you to hold on to it, and it's self toggleable because it can turn itself off. Unlike the camera buttons where they remain on unless another one is chosen. This loading button stuff is stupid. Current camera change. Oh, I forgot. This is all crazy. Why did I do something like this? Man, this looks like a mess. But I mean, it's all the like stuff. It's all written, so I know what each of it does. It's just looking at it, I can't tell what it does. Actually, this shouldn't happen on process. This should happen on ready, shouldn't it? Button holder rotation. Because that doesn't need to happen on process, does it? Why would I have that happen on process? Because it doesn't need to continue to rotate. I guess I was testing to see what was a good angle for it. I think was the thing I was doing, but now I don't need that. I need to figure out how I'm doing the fuse thing. Um, okay, where do I go from here? I have it so that the buttons do affect here. I don't have the fuses working, but the buttons should affect if the door. Okay. What I could do is I could do print door print door print was toggled to plus string current toggle. Door closed was toggled to do door locked was toggled to door fuse blown was toggled to. So now I can see what it toggles to. I guess maybe I should actually open up the VR stuff so that way I can see how this button is interacting, because I set it to door and that should print stuff when I load it. What were these errors it was complaining about? Failed to create XR. Well, that's because I didn't put on the headset. Set the headphones down. My stuff is gonna get weird on my end, but that's not the worry. Let me open up the stuff I need to open up to get VR working. Put that over there. Put on the headset. What? I love Meta just showing me my notifications from Messenger on here. Okay, enable link. I'm loading in. Okay, connected to the computer. It feels It was just lagging when it was loading in. Okay. Let me. This is still connecting to the correct audio source currently. Let me load this. And hopefully everything should work. Oh, I'm in a weird spot. Let me. Oh wait, why is that wrong? Well, the cameras still work. But tried activating when fuse was blown. What do you mean when the fuse was blown? Hold up. That ain't right. Something about that ain't right. I love when something's not right. Let me put the headset back on. Double check. Okay, yeah, my audio is gone for me. Oh, you guys didn't see any of that because I forgot to switch it back. I got errors. A fuse was blown. What is this? Oh, that's the camera thing. This isn't my fault. This isn't my fault. Don't worry about it. Button tried activating when fuse was blown. Door activate. If door off is fuse, check door. Print this. Print this. This shouldn't be set to true, should it? That shouldn't be true. Oh yeah. Gotta move myself. False. Oh wait, did I do my logic backwards? If it is okay, wait. False. Oh, it's not printing. Oh, it's because I'm setting it. I'm not toggling it. So these things don't do anything for me. What I need to do is I need to. Let me take my headset off so it doesn't fall. I need to add the print that is in up here. Toggle. Door. Current toggle. What? Oh, that's right. I need to set it. I need to set it to bool set. Closed was set to, and then I need to copy that to the next one. Door locked was set to, yep. Door closed was set to, no, fuse blown was set to. Okay. Do I actually? I'm thinking now I might not even need the toggle setting, because did I use the toggle one for anything? I think I might have used it for an enemy. Checked toggle block, because I could just set blocked to be true. think that's actually probably the better thing to do instead of toggling it is setting it. So I don't know if I actually need the toggle ones. I'll leave them for now, but I might just use the set. Then again, there might be something that causes me to want to use toggle. I guess I could use toggle for like if something is freaking out or something. I don't know. I'll figure out. If I don't end up using it at all, I can just remove it. But also, it's a good thing to have in case I do find a use for it. What did I just change again? Oh, I made it so I can see. I added print for the set because I'm using set because that's just a smarter thing to use. Okay, door 0 close was set to true, close was set to false. Okay. Okay. Why is it saying false here? Oh, it's because I'm printing the fuse when it's active. Because I was trying to see what the problem with that was. Okay. So now, as I have it, the door buttons work. I don't have fuses, but the logic for the doors work. I guess I just need to set up how often it checks the door. I guess I can have it check the door when the fuse is blown. Would be an option. Because when the fuse is blown, I want it to. When the fuse is blown, I want to. If I have it so that it gets the signal when the fuse is blown, then it will do. Then run this. And then I also have it run like a couple times as well. Like have it run every couple seconds, possibly. Because I also could just set it to if fuse is blown, like if fuse blows, set it to deactive. Also, I realized when I was doing this and it went to activate, since I have it so that it does. I have it so that when it goes through here, it does super activate if it does this. Hmm. I guess I could do it so that it goes else super the button super dot button deactive. Hold up. Group hand, change color to touching if toggle button. If self toggle, flip the toggle. So I actually also need to set button active. Did I do that in here? I did not. I guess one thing I could. I guess what I do in here is button active is equal to true, and then else button active false. Actually, wait, in the base button, does it have? Oh, deactive doesn't do it. That's only if okay. Button active is equal to false. And then I do the same thing in here. Okay. I'm zoning out a bit now. Where am I at with this? This looks like the door should be foolproof now. I guess what I could do is just leave my comments on everything so I know what they all do. Yeah. Bye. Boo boo boo. Uh, who's door button attached to? Way to make sure office info and way to make sure office info and button main sync view checks door checks office info door closed, make sure our sync to fuse also connect to fuse being blown. If fuse is blown, not if not activate button, if not activate button, close door, else don't, else don't. Do. Oh. Okay. Do I think that is good. And I think that is well written. Have this. Camera buttons are the same. This is the same. Enemies just change so that way they're more. But they now work with the new system. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay. Now what do I do with this? I can close enemy, I can close camera behavior, I can close camera button. I can close office info, I can close door button. I think I need base button. Plus what I need now is, what do I need now for this? I need well, now that the doors are working besides, I mean the doors work besides the fact that the actual button works. It doesn't, the system of how the fuse blows does not work yet. But also I'm going to need a way to reset the fuses if they blow. So that is a whole nother system. But the doors themselves should work. They just don't have any animation or any, like the logic is there, but there's nothing there. I mean, because there's not even a hole in the wall for a door to be put in place. I need more 3D stuff, and I need to animate the 3D stuff for that. But I don't have the 3D skills. That's someone else I know. So what we're gonna do is then working on computer tasks. The updated title. Okay. Then what I need for this is I need, what I should do is I should do something very similar to the camera system. But instead of the camera, okay, let me do a new 3D scene. Uh, computer system. And then I need something very similar of having a scream. I mean, I really just need this exactly. 3D space. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Folder, yeah. I need computer system, I need screen, I need camera display, I need, and then what I need is I also need a add child. What I need is I basically need a button, but I need to make it flatter. So what I need is I need a button. Let me look at the buttons. I also should probably make, let me do a scene No, not scene. I need to do a create folder scene. Create new scene door button 3D. Okay. And then this one is going to be very similar to the camera button. That is a area to, that's an area 3D. So let me change this. Change type, area 3D. What is this complaining about? Root node scenes recommended not be transferred. Instance of the scene will usually override. This resets the transform to reload the scene. It's formed. Okay. Well, I want this 3D. And then this one has this camera button on it, so I want this one to have the door button. Base. Doors. I actually can. Let me actually change the script name. Rename. There. Button area, button mesh, toggle, self toggle. And then I'll just leave it to default to door, and then I save this, and then I can also, if I go back to test scene, instead of doing that, camera system, I can add this in here underneath door button. Nope, like there. 3D. And then I can put it like where this one was. Because I mean, this is just the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Except this one is already set. Wait, node. Yeah. Oh, and I can also change the colors. I forgot about that. Alright. I can save that. Alright. So this guy, not too happy. If I made... what was the camera system script? That was camera behavior. I guess I can make a new script. Let me, because I have cameras, I have scene, and I have script. I probably need is new folder computer. This one I should probably actually give a color. What color am I not using? I don't use red because red is for my scripts. Actually, this one isn't set to red yet. Color green. Oh, that's too close to the teal. Orange is in use, pink is in use, blue, teal, yellow. I don't have yellow. Okay. And then I create new folder scripts. Scripts go red. What did I? Oh, I haven't saved this scene yet. Save. This is gonna go into computer. I need new folder. Scene. Save. Actually, I want to do this with the correct capitalization. Okay, now that's in there. Now I also need a script. Create new script. Computer behavior. Right. Then that can go onto there. Then what I need is I need a very similar system to the camera system script. So base button, I think I'm gonna keep up. Camera button, I am gonna close. Camera behavior. Oh, that's computer behavior, which I do want to. Okay. I need a view port, I need display, I need camera button base. Okay. I need a viewport and I need a display. These are the basics. Viewport used to display texture. Used to display texture. Display. Yeah. So what this does is it gives me. I need to set the display to be that, and then I gotta set a viewport. I think I could just use the same type of viewport as this for temporary reference. Just a temporary one. Now I should actually probably also change this one to. That shouldn't change. Yeah, that's still the correct thing. Alright. Save that. Because when I switch over to here, I've already changed. Unless it reset it. Cameras. Yep. Alright, that's fine. Why does this one work? But this one doesn't in terms of displaying it. Yes. Oh, I guess it's because that doesn't exist because I changed it. Oh, no, not that one. Temp viewport. There we go. What is the difference in scale between these guys? Screen size 5.5 and 20 something. Am I just not as zoomed in on this one? Yeah, I just think I wasn't as zoomed in. I want this one to actually be bigger because transform, I want this one to be 1. And then I need it to go up more, save, and then let me also add the computer system in here. What? Where is it? Oh, I attached a script. Wait. Oh shit. Wait, no, don't do that. Control said. Oh shit. I redid all my shit. No. Oh, all my cameras, they're gone. Oh no. Wait, hang on a second. Let me open up what's it called? Let me go to GitHub desktop. It's in test scene. Which scene am I in? I'm in test scene. Oh, I haven't updated it yet. Can I go back to... Wait. Did I fix it? Oh, all over global. Oh no. No. Oh no, it's all gone. It's all gone. Oh no. Control S. I guess I save it and then let me go to... Did I close the GitHub desktop? Test scene. This camera shit. Oh no. Okay, let me do open. Okay, let me close. Uh, okay, I guess I can just enter it all back in manually by referencing the change logs on GitHub. Okay, let me switch it back so you guys can see because now I have to re-enter all the cameras. Well, I guess what I could do is if I go to camera system script, dictionary, what I need is, how did I do that in the in the buttons, door buttons, door button? How did I do that in here? Was it door button? Oh no, that was office behavior that I did that in. Dictionary string bool. What I need is integer node. Node test scene. Oh shit! I can actually do node instead of node scene. Ooh, do I? What does that change for me? It changes how everything works. Maybe I do node pass, just so that way I don't have to change what I've done. Integer node path new value. 0 was camera storage. Camera corner 1. Camera corner 2. Camera corner 3. Camera corner 4. Okay, I think the rest of it is in the line here. Personal office 1, personal office 2, personal office 3, 7, personal office 4, 8, utility is 9, and then hallway is 10. Yes. And then if I save this and click back here, then look to have fixed it. Yeah. And then I had the rotation at about 100 and something, 183. Yeah. Oh, I gotta save it for that to show up in here. Bye. Let's do. I see. Okay. Okay. I fixed my mistake. Do. Then what I'm going to do the correct thing this time with computer systems. Put it there. There we go. That's what I wanted to do the first time. And then what I do is I go up. Which way did I rotate this one? Negative 97. So if I do that, yeah, that's negative. That's actually much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Let me do computer system. Do 0.75. Lower that down. Save. Go back here. Place it on the desk. Do that. Rotate it a little bit more. Back. Okay. Do something like that. And I know I need to make it look better, but let me see how that looks when I go into the actual world. Play. These buttons are messed up a little. Gotta turn them. Cause are they turning at all currently? I go to camera system, I turn it that way. Set. Well, they are turning, they're just not turning how I want to turn them. Actually, this is why I had it set up to be. If I went to camera behavior, rotation, make sure I hit the right buttons. Function, process ready. Set it. Am I able to? I am. Oh, it spins a lot more than it should, actually. Spinning a lot more than it should. Well, I don't remember it being that like up that crazy before. Do. Hang on a second. Let me go here. Button holder. If I do like a tiny rotation, like 0.5, let me do print button holder rotation. Negative 0.1. If I do negative 360 and then reset it, what does that equal to? What? Oh, wait, it's. Wait, no, that changed. What? 4.4. What? Wait. Oh, that's a lot more. Wait. What? Why is it such a different number? If I do computer print Y, if I do this one and I did like 1, did 0, save, go here, reset that one. Try that. Try something like that. Why is it so extreme? $1.90, okay. Negative 2 point what? I think one of the main things that's probably confusing me is that this is already skewed. So if I did that, then I did negative 360. Oh, negative 360 is still off, which is interesting. .5. So it's like there is some -1. Negative. Okay, so I'm assuming if I start going into positive. What if I did 160? That's a -4. That's a 1. If I did 90. 1.5. What the fuck? How do I get the rotation of this guy? Do. If I run this one, it's upset because I don't have any cameras. Uh, if I just did like -10 or -20, 20, and then 0.1 for float. Then I tested in this scene. Oh, I'm not updating its rotation to explain it. Okay, wait. What I need to do is if I go over here a bit and I watch it. So that was basically, that's 5. Okay, wait. If I go to here, go from range 0 to like 5. Or I guess, let me do range 0 to 10. Reset. Let me go over to check it out. So from 1, that looped back around at like 6 something. 630. Like if 6.3, so 6.3 was a little far. 6.2 is about right. So if I did 6.2, reset it. Go over so I can look at it. Then if I spun it, okay, now that's not far enough. Point 3. So this is as far as it goes. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. It's as far as it goes, and then it tilts back. So it's somewhere between 6 point. Okay, let me. What is it? It's somewhere between the 6.2 and 6.3. Yeah. I mean, well, if I rotate this, what does it look like? So it rotates itself. This one only needs to do, wait. 0. And if I go, yeah, okay. Can I change this to be degrees? Actually, is that something? I spell it row. Transform 3D dot. Let me just, for testing purposes, do that. Well, now I don't know what that does. Assuming this doesn't work. Yeah. transform. Oh. Transform, reparent. No. Do back to the top. Node 3D. Oh, space. What is 3D? That. That should give me the answers I'm looking for. Do, 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 do. Ooh. Oh, I guess I probably would have to do it. On ready, maybe? Holder. Print. Transform. Transform is equal to button holder rotation. Oop. Oh wait, I gotta change this to also be transform. I just want to see how this works. Oh, that's so cool. What I actually probably want beforehand is I probably want the inverse of this beforehand. What is it then? Rotation. Button rotation. There we go. Just test and stuff until it works. Hold up. Is that last one the rotation one? Wait. Wait, hold up. X, Y, Z, 0. Shit. If I change this guy's rotation, what does it start printing at? What changes? Oh. Interesting. I don't understand how that works at all. I thought that would be easier to be able to tell, but no, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, well, let me go back until I reach the Y. Do do do. Let me see. Let me go to node 3D open rotation. Rotation power look in terms of angles, priority. Note the mathematical sense of rotation matrix is not a factor. 3 Euler angles, which are 3 independent parameters. Euler angle prioritize the rotation matrix. We store in a 3D vector data structure not make because the rotation is a factor, but only because vector 3D is the covariant data structure for more 3D floating parts. Therefore, applying operations rotation factor not meaningful. Property is edited in inspector is in degrees. If you to use degrees in script use, okay. So this is actually what I want. Probably. Do 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 do. Something like that maybe would work instead. And then I can set this one back to negative 360 and 360. And set this step back down to 1. And then in here, let me fix this guy. Alright. Let me see. Does this rotate properly now? It does. Yeah, about there. 93. That was also negative 80. No. I must have gotten very lucky going that way. Yeah, it's like 90 something, or I'm assuming like negative some. If I go 90. Actually, I guess if it's in 360, I guess what I could do is instead do it in 360. And then I do well, which way does it turn? If I spin it this way, if I go positive, if I go negative, it goes right. If the positive, it is left. Okay. And then I said 90 was about a good one. $90 is perfect. Okay. So now if I reset it, the 90 is the default. Yep, okay. Okay, perfect. So now that is fine. I do want to push it back a bit. And I guess that's same with that guy. Just because the buttons were going off of the table. I guess I can double check how that looks. And I'm also going to remove the printing part of this. And I'm going to change it so it doesn't rotate in the editor. Where am I? There. What was I gonna look at in here? I was gonna see if it was going off the table. Not anymore. I could also make the buttons smaller. Uh, buh, 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 yeah. Yeah. Which is it? Just that button in the corner? Okay, no. A couple of these buttons start giving me an error, but I don't know what's up with that error. So I'm going. That error is just weird and doesn't actually do anything. So I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it until it becomes an actual problem. I need to turn on my light real quick. It's starting to get dark. Ooh, haven't stood up in a second. Let me stretch as well then. Okay. Okay. What was I working on? I was gonna work on the computer. I got distracted by that rotation system not working. Close. Camera system. Okay. Computer system. It needed the screen. It now has a screen. I also need a keyboard and mouse. Do, 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 do. Actually, wait, that's right. I did want to. Okay, hang on a second. I just remembered why I had it in base button so that the button active would push hand, would do a hand. If toggle button. Oop, go back. Else. If it's a toggle button, it does this. Else. Hold. Else button hold. Function button untouch. I want to add in here function button hold. Hold random button is held. This one's actually gonna need hand. Area, yeah. Function button hold hand. Button color. Touching color. Then this makes it so I can have, if I in here, I need another button. Which means I need a child area 3D, which is gonna need, what does all the other ones have? It's all like, do I make the keyboard and mouse their own thing? Potentially, maybe. Maybe. I think I am. Keyboard and mouse. How did I... What? Wait. I forgot how to spell keyboard. How the fuck did I do that? How did I spell it with a C? Keyboard and mouse. I'm going, can I make this? It's save branch as scene. Go to buttons. Keyboard and mouse. New folder. Scene. Okay, now I can go to that scene. I can kind of do the same thing with these guys. And then what I need is keyboard and scene. I do create new folder scripts. Set color red. What do I call it? Keyboard and mouse. New script. Keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and mouse behavior. Create. And then this one's going to extend off of base button. VR button, that's what it is. VR button. Class name. Keyboard and mouse. I guess what I need is variable. Man, I can't believe I have to remake my own. I have to do my own input system for this. Do, 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 do. Do. Why? Oh no, I'm now dazed and confused by this. Because both of these have their own thing. So they both have this class name XR. Prep hands and head base. I guess what I could do instead is support node this one, that head and base. Then left one is pretty much the same of hand, head, base. So that way I don't need to set it in here. And dot connect to all those. Right. How do I want to do this? Give mouse script, pass serif variable. Oh, it's because I was getting ready to write something and then I didn't have any idea what to write. Yeah, I think what I do is I go back to pass. Pass all of those. Hand button release. I think that one is just the same as this. All of this. Um, do 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 do. Alright. What does show when tracked mean again? Enable showing the node when tracking starts and hiding node when it's tracking is lost. Interesting. Should probably think about that one. Okay. Trying to think about how I want to do this because I don't want to have to match the button for all of these. Mm-hmm. Yes. How do I want to do this? I actually am struggling to comprehend how I want to do this. Hmm. What can I do to make this work? Because I could make it so that each of these have their own function, but that feels a little insane. I guess I could have them send out their own signal depending on what one's being done. I guess print press button name press button name on button on controller. Do, do, hand dot name. Let me check this out. Get the headset on. Oh, it's recognizing. Yeah, it can tell when I touch the trigger, and then it can tell when I click it. And I'm assuming if I. That one says left hand. Okay. Primary click. I don't have secondary click. If I. Okay, opening the menu doesn't do what I want it to do. Okay, so apparently it's not recognizing me touching the side of the controller, like where I rest my thumb. It's not recognizing that for some reason. It's recognizing the touch pretty well. Okay, what I think I need to do is I need to separate these. Okay. Let me actually undo this. Then it's gonna be upset about the printing thing not working. So I'm gonna do print, press button. Actually no. Released button name. Okay. What I should do is I should categorize these into two different regions. Region touch. Region click and region. And then inside of here, I take Do I want to keep them separate? I guess it depends on how I want to actually go about this. Okay. I want touch and click, but do I want them to be separated or do I want them in their own category? Like, do I want it to be match it to one of these and then match it further, or do I want to match it here? Yes, let me do trigger touch. Primary touch. Secondary touch. Menu and select button I don't have access to, I don't think. AX touch. BY touch. Okay. Yep. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. How do I want to do this? Because I could have it so that these guys send signals if I remember, if I just remember how to send signals. Using signals. Depleted. Yeah. Okay, I'm remembering how to do that. Okay. Can you export a signal? Export signal. Apply to signals? Okay. I was just curious. Trigger touch, primary touch, secondary touch, AX touch, BY touch. What is that notification? Wait, you're back. Wait, voice, where are you? So I'm able to separate them into touch and click. I don't think I have access to these guys. Do I guess what I could do is I could just send signals out. Oh wait, I can make a enum. Wait. All all what I guess buttons? All buttons. Enum all buttons. Trigger touch. Primary. Oh, and then I can also all buttons. What do you mean? What? Oh, export variable. Okay. There we go. All buttons do not exist. You're correct. And then if I were to look here, I'd be able to choose. God, I want an easy way to be able to put all of these in here. To do. What the fuck? To do. Trigger touch is already in the enum. Oh, you're right. Do I want to separate these even further? Possibly, maybe. Well, how would I do that? Function hand press. Match. Button name. So button name gives a string. How do I get the string of the enums? Keys. Hold up. print all buttons dot keys. Yeah, that has the so I could do for button in all buttons dot keys, print button, if I remember keys, oh wait, there, and then that would print them all off individually. Yes, okay. Two. Keys in named enums are not assigned a global constant. They should be spelled prefix name. Traeger underscore touch. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Do zero. That's the key. Zero. That's something. If I do zero there. Oh, what can go in here? Expected one receive zero. Could I do a quote touch? Do null. Okay. Name. You pass a name to the in. Hmm. We have to methods for keys. Okay, what is the other dictionary built-in methods? I'm just kind of playing with stuff a bit. Find key 0. Yeah, that one's the touch. I'm just trying to think of how I want to do this. How I could do this. Match button name. I'm trying to think of what is the best way to do this. Because what I could do is, instead of having to write all this out, I match it to something in all of here. So what I would do is for buttons in all buttons. No, because then that's not as efficient as the match statement. Guess what I could do is all buttons dot get get button name. Then if I print that, it doesn't detect the controllers if I don't have the headset on. Oh, when I actually click it, it's set. 3, 4. Does it not recognize when I touch the? Okay, it's trigger some stick. That's, which is the top one. That's BY and then AX. So I'm able to detect which one's which. And I'm able to detect which one's which better than, is that better than a match function? Possibly. Hmm. Right. Trying to think of how I want to do this. All touch. Oh, fuck me. I don't need to have an export. This one was for testing purposes. Oh wait, I still want to print and this one was testing. Hmm. Boom, boom. I'm really trying to think. I think I need to step away for a minute. Just because I'm just staring at this and I'm not sure what is the best way and the way I want to do it, and I don't think I'm gonna figure that out if I just keep staring at here. I think I need to step away for a minute and actually think about it, and also probably go eat because I am starting to get hungry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to end stream. Let me get the music ready and end stream button, music button. Alright, yeah. I feel like that was good today. I mean, I got doors should work once I get like actual functionality into them. But what is it? And then I have what I was supposed to be working on was working on the computer, and then what I did was fix some editor stuff for the camera system, and then I also uh, just barely set up the computer and mostly focused on trying to figure out a better way for the to read the inputs because I want to be able to read the inputs from other stuff, but I'm trying to think of what is the best way to do that currently. I think I need to just step away, eat real quick, and then figure that out. So yeah, I don't work tomorrow, so I will be back tomorrow, and I will see everybody then. Have a good night. Bye.